Hey everybody, Vaughn here with the Vonster vlog, and welcome to day 130 of a year of yoga. Now, today we're going to be starting off, it's very cold in the house, so we are going to be starting off with getting warmed up first. A little bit of cardio, a little bit of blood pumping. You can use your choice of prop or no prop if that's your cup of tea. So if you don't have a hula hoop or some veil poi or something, just stepping side to side, like tap, step, tap. You can kind of add a little bit of hip sway to it. I highly recommend putting on just any sort of music that you like. And let's go ahead and keep doing our step taps. Start getting our arms warmed up, whether it's holding on to a hula hoop or we're holding on to some veil poi. You could even be using a staff or just a veil by itself or a curtain. Let's use our hoop or whatever we're using to get a nice stretch through our shoulders as we bring it around. Now let's scoop it to the front into a little bit of a cat-cow position. And then behind and front and behind. Now let's keep that step touch going. And just start connecting your breath to your movement. All right, let's get that hoop moving. I'm going to check and make sure. You're going to want to watch out, Kat. Let's go ahead and get it coming around. Now this is one of my smallest hoops that I use for on-body hooping. So I'm going to have to keep turning because if I stand in one spot, it falls down. But that's why we pick it up and keep practicing. And again, just whatever it is that you're doing, you could just be moving your hips. Keep your breathing slow and steady. Woo. Let's change direction. So what this would look like without a hula hoop would be a whole lot of just hip shaking. So we're just moving our hips up and down as we step from side to side. And as we step and move our hips, we can move our hands around. Let's go ahead and move that shimmy up into our shoulders. So we'll continue that step, tap, step, tap. Just alternating which shoulder we're bringing forward. We can also now start, let's hold our feet in place and start moving into the muscles and just doing some nice big snake arms. Okay, and then we can make them small and very isolated perhaps. And let's slow them down real slow so we can really be wringing out those muscles, getting into every little fiber. Now that we've got our heart rate up, hey kitty, let's say hey to the cat. And let us come to the foot of our mat. I'm going to straighten up a little bit. Let's inhale. Arms up overhead, plugging into the sky, grounding through our feet. As we exhale, relax your shoulders away from your ears, opening up through our necks, letting go of any of that tension we might be hoarding, relaxing our face. Now from here, let us step forward with our left foot coming into a high lunge. Inhale, arms up overhead. Exhale, scooping them behind. Be sure to tuck that glute under. Now other direction. Exhale down, inhale up and around. And now let's linger here at the top, really getting nice and deep into this stretch, making sure that we're supporting our front knee. Ooh, getting a little wobbly, that's okay. Now from here, let's go ahead and open to the other side and turn into a high lunge on the other side. Inhaling up and back once, twice, and 3 times. Let's change direction. Last one. Inhale up and let's just hold here. Now as we exhale, come back into center, turning both of our feet to where they are facing the side of our mat into a wide stance. Let's inhale, lift our chest. Exhale, hinging forward at the hips. Lowering our hands down our legs and bringing them to the mat. Really just letting your head and shoulders hang, but keeping a little bit of a micro bend in your knees, keeping that engagement to support the joint. We can start reaching through to the back edge of our mat. Let's keep that micro bend in our knees and come back up. Now from here, I'm going to turn my right foot out and keep my left foot on the ground parallel to the end of my mat. Let's inhale, arms up, radiating, growing out of our fingertips. And exhale, look over your forward hand and sink into this warrior 2. And we can actually pulse here. There's 1, 2, coming up to triangle, and then back down to warrior 2, 3, 4. And now on this 5th, let's really hold it nice and strong, keeping our knee supported, traveling safely down the center of our foot. Now from here, let's turn our right foot in, rotate our left foot out. Inhale, arms up, looking over the new front arm. And there's 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. Now on this 5th one, let's stay down and hold it. Keeping your tailbone tucked under, supporting through the trunk of your body, grounding just as much the back foot as your front foot. Let's bring both feet forward. I'm going to heel toe in just a little bit. Where we inhale, exhale, fold over. And I'm going to shift my feet back out a little wider. Find where you're comfortable is. Inhale and exhale down to the right. And if you're there, go ahead and come up into a toe balance. And shift sides, coming into the other side. Now, I am going to be honest, I get a better stretch when I'm not toe balancing, but sometimes I want to work on my strength and balance and not just my flexibility. Inhale, up and over. Exhale, down nice and deep. I'm going to focus on the stretch this time. full breath cycle now that I'm down in here. And then inhale up, exhale over. Now, again on this side, I'm going to come up into the balance. Hey, baby. Inhale up and over. And balance. There we are, coming back down into the center now. Just hanging forward in a forward fold. Now from here, I'm going to bring my feet together just a little bit more, but still pretty wide. And I'm going to just pop down into Garland Pose. Do a really nice, wide, deep yogic squat. And I'm just sitting, shifting my weight from side to side. Let's come up just a little bit into chair pose, keeping your knees aligned over your feet. And down into the stretch. My baby, you're such a good cat. And let's push back up with our feet rolling up one vertebrae at a time. Inhaling our arms overhead, clasping our left wrist. Let's exhale, stretching the left body. And I'm actually bringing my left foot, instead of being back out to the side, I'm bringing it in front of my right, just to get a little bit deeper of a stretch. Let's inhale, both arms up, stepping back out into a wide stance, and exhale. Stretching the right side body now. Oh, it's kind of hard to keep my balance, but that's okay. That's why we're here, is to be challenged. Well, that's why I'm here today. You could have 100 people showing up for yoga, and they'll be there for 100 different reasons, and that is okay. That's how it ought to be, I think. Okay, I'm coming now to the foot of my mat. I'm going to inhale, arms up overhead. Exhale, forward fold. Coming down. Inhale up to a flat back. As we exhale, get a really nice bend through that spine. I'm going to walk my hands forward into a plank. Three breaths, then inhale. And exhale to downward facing dog. Shake our head yes and no. And find a moment of stillness here. And as we are ready, come back down to plank and then lower nice and slow our front body to the ground. Exhale. Inhale, coming up with the support of your back, not of your arms. Exhale. Inhale, and now come up into Cobra. And come Let's push up and back into a wide-kneed child's pose. Let's come up and sit in whatever pose we like. It could be cobbler's pose, it could be easy pose, just wherever you are. Sit however is most comfortable. And start to gently sway side to side, much like how we were at the beginning of our practice. But picture yourself, if it doesn't make you too seasick, on a rocking rowboat, alone in a boat on a lake or on the ocean, or even going down a river. Just wherever you are, just be there. And as we inhale and exhale, let's feel the rocking of our body as the rocking on the boat. Now, as we rock and breathe, let's let the boat go just a little more gently. With each breath, the waves are becoming less tumultuous. And what maybe started as a jarring, aggressive rocking motion has now become much more serene, much more easygoing. And as we continue breathing and rocking in our boat, feel the connection between our breath and the boat's movement. If you find the monkey chatter in your mind is not giving you a moment's peace, a tactic I like to use is to count my breaths. Just inhale, 2, 3, 4. Exhale, 2, 3, 4. And I actually pair that with the rocking of my body. And as we rock very gently in one direction, let's inhale. And then as we rock the other direction, let's exhale. And continue this infinite reduction of our movement until the body of water we're floating upon has become perfectly still and serene. And this is where, whenever I speak of in downward facing dog, a moment of stillness, to go just a little bit beyond a lake that's mirror still and actually be paused for just a brief moment before continuing again. And let's bring a little bit of a rock back, waking our body up. And it's not an uncontrollably choppy sea. Some days are hectic and full of adventure and white crested wave caps smashing up against us, but some days it's just going with the flow. And so let's get ourselves back up to the pace that we'd like to go at. And start to open our eyes, bring ourselves back to the present. Maybe move your arms as you inhale up and exhale, hands back down to your legs. Thank you guys so much for joining me here today. I really like finishing off on these little kind of meditative um, notes of just practicing visualization or whatnot. So let me know what you guys think down in the comments. Maybe if there's something in particular you're working on, so that challenge me to make a meditation for it, more or less, like a little bit of a meditation prompt. So I look forward to hearing from you guys down in the comments, and I will see y'all again tomorrow for day 131. And until then, you guys keep on keeping on. Bye.